host. My name is Frank Caliendo. We have any football fans here? People who like the game? Good? Yeah? I love football. I don't care about the teams. I don't care about the players. I only care about one person during football season, my idol, John Madden. Some people don't like him. I love John Madden because he makes me feel smart. He does. John Madden explains things in a football game you already know. He gives you no new information. He just sits there with his NFL skadoodle drawing circles in guys' asses. John Madden will say things in the game like, if the quarterback, if he throws the ball and the receiver, if he catches it in the end zone, then that's gonna, bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay, that's gonna be a touchdown. Even my mom, who's never watched football in her entire life, is sitting there going, no shit. A couple years ago, Troy Aikman from the Cowboys lost his contact lenses. This is what John Madden said word for word. I couldn't make this up because it's too stupid, all right? John Madden actually said this. Here's a guy who, when he puts his contacts in, he can see better. Anything else, Nostradamus of the end zone? Here's a guy who, when he runs, he goes faster. Come on, one more thing. Here's a guy who, when he eats a lot, he takes a big dump later. John Madden is so annoying he could drive a guy to drinking, which explained Pat Summerall's problem, didn't it? Don't get me wrong, I love Pat Summerall. Shame on Fox and ABC for breaking up the Bert and Ernie of football. Summerall had the greatest voice of all time. Never used it, though. Just did those little phrases and thanked John Madden for everything he said. If you played the video game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Guy be running down the field. Summerall could paint a beautiful picture with the English language, but all he did was that, do the 20, do the 25, there's a flag on the play. Hey, if the referee, if he throws the flag and he didn't make a mistake, then there is probably gonna be a penalty. Thanks, John. It's so weird when you think about it. I grew up watching television. What I really love on TV is the promos now because they're better than the shows. NBC has the greatest promos of all time. They have the two voices. High voice for the sitcoms, low voice for the dramas. The big switch always makes you laugh. You know what I'm talking about? Thursday nights be like, tonight on Just Shoot Me, David Spade goes crazy. And then on an all-new ER. There's only one time they use a deep voice for a sitcom. That's a special episode where they teach you something you don't really need to learn. I was just saying would have done that on Seinfeld. And an anti-drug Seinfeld episode for the whole family. You tune in, it's like, tonight on a very special Seinfeld, Jerry's been doing drugs. Why do my fingers look like little people? Who are these people? What are they doing? They're talking to each other. They're probably talking about me. What are they saying, George? Help me, George. I have no idea, Jerry. No idea. Somebody help me. Somebody. Hey, Jerry, you look like you've been seeing little people on your fingers. All this comedy all these years, we thought you're making this stuff up. Well, I guess you just let the cat right out of the bag. You can't tell. You can't tell. Oh, I can tell. Yeah, it's written all over your face. Who wrote it on my face? Well, maybe that was the little people on your fingers. Who could have done this to me? Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Newman.
I've seen we've lost a set of Jerry Garcia Grateful Dead commemorative stamps. You've seen them, have you?
Seen them. I licked them. Now I'm seeing little people on my fingers. You ruined my life. You ruined everybody's life. In fact, you're the guy who dropped that thing and ruined Jurassic Park. If you don't get it, don't worry. We have help.
See, the guy who played Newman... That was also the guy who's in Jurassic Park, and what the comedian did was he took the Newman character, and then he took the Jurassic Park character. He crossed those two characters in the middle. That's where the joke was supposed to be.
Thanks again, Johnny. Some of the Italian actors make me laugh. Al Pacino, I love Al Pacino. Remember the movie Son of a Woman where he said hoo-ah after everything? It's like a period at the end of the sentence, like,
I got a dog on my leg. Hoorah! When I'm hungry, I eat broccoli. Hoorah!
Well, it doesn't mean anything. It's a nonsensical phrase. He might as well be out there going, na-na, nanny-boo-boo. Because that's what Pacino does. He takes little kid sayings, turns them into tough guy phrases no matter what the situation is. Someone come up to him and say the mom's going to kick your ass. Be like, you, sir, are a liar. Liar, liar, your pants are on fire! Na-na, nanny frickin' boo-boo. I had a friend who worked with Al Pacino on a movie. He told me that Al pays a guy to tell him when to eat. How do you get so lost? He pays a guy to tell him when to eat.
Here's a guy who'd never need that.
And how did he get to that point, you know? Was he walking around the set all day till people finally decided to help him? Pacino's lost, going, is it time yet? No. Shit! I could have sworn it was. How about now? No, damn! I got a rumble in my tummy, and I don't know what it is. He does this thing where he keeps dancing, too. I call it the Pacino waltz, where he's wondering, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and dip. Here we go again. I spend most of my times in Pacino movies trying to figure out where he's looking, because he's never looking at the other actors anymore. It's like there's a fly on the stage in front of him. That's the only thing you can pay attention to. Somebody's like, hey, Al, hold on. See this fly in here? This guy is good. Did you see that movie, The Recruit? You didn't even have to see the movie. All you had to do was see the movie preview. And Colin Farrell looks at him and says, why'd you pick me? Pacino looks him directly in the nipples and goes, 'cause you're agile. What? You're agile. Your boobies do flippy flops. The areolas could get on the pommel horse and get a perfect tag. He yells for no reason in movies, too. That's when I see somebody cast Al Pacino as a librarian. Just to see what he'd do, you know, run around. Where's the B section? Shh. Where is the B section? Shh. And what the hell is the Dewey Decimal System? I've gotten to meet some people I do impressions of, and it's been pretty cool. Louis Anderson came up to me and goes, are you going to do me tonight? And the funny thing about Louis is when he started out doing the Family Feud, he was like really bad at it. He looked depressed, and he finally got really good as he was going along. Remember? But he didn't finish sentences at the beginning. He'd be like, 100 people surveyed, top 5 answers are on the board. Survey. I don't really want to be here. And he hated it when somebody got one wrong because he'd have to walk to the other side. He'd say, are you sure you want to answer it that way? Leno came up to me. Jay Leno was like, so was that you doing me on MADtv the other day? It's pretty good. Jay Leno's the only guy on earth who could have a bobblehead made of him that would bobble less than his actual head. I thought about it. People put those in their dashboards, and he collects a lot of cars. You know, he's probably up there, hey, let's start this up. It's getting weirder up here. I watch cartoons. I watch Scooby-Doo, mostly for the guest stars, because they're the cultural icons, comedians on there, so people that represent America. Shaggy and Scooby come walking in. So it's like, hey, Scoob, like it's the Harlem Globetrotters. Like it's the guys who do the fancy basketball tricks. Ruby Roo. What I wish they would do is update that, put the cultural icons and comedians of today on, just so I could tune in to see the Chris Rock episode to see what he'd have to say. Shaggy and Scooby come walking in. Zoinks like, hey, Scoob, like it's Chris Rock. Why did they put a black man on Scooby-Doo who's not a damn globetrotter? And forget about Scooby Snacks, that dog's doing Scooby crack. Zoinks like, hey, Scoob, like he's right. Like, what are you going to do about it? Ruby recovery. I was watching the credits of Scooby-Doo the other day because they have that kind of time. And the voice of Scooby's done by Don Messick. You know who did the voice of Shaggy? It was Casey Kasem. It was also the voice of Robin in the Super Friends. Remember the Super Friends are the greatest announcer of all time? That guy who come on and go,
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Aquaman prepares a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because he can't do shit.
I wish I had that guy in my life, because if a joke didn't work, that guy could come in and go,
Meanwhile, somewhere in another joke, John Madden is still talking. And there were little people there, and they were making toys and putting one foot in front of the other. And Meisterburger had a yo-yo, and he said no toys. And the Winter Warlock was there, and Rudolph had a red nose, and he wasn't even drinking. And that's why they call it Christmas. Meanwhile, back in the Joker talking about...
You guys ready to get with this? We got any fans of the president? President Bush, for those of you who don't know who it is. A couple people do. A couple people the Dixie Chicks. All right, so I love President Bush. I think it's great we have a president who seems like he's always looking directly into the sun. It's great, you know?
Somebody do me a favor, hand me a pair of sunglasses, because I can't see shit right now. Somebody get me a visor. You mean advisor? No, a visor. I can't see shit. Stupid jackass Cheney. You know what the hell I'm talking about.
Remember that saying he got wrong? As if there was one? You remember that?
There's an old saying in Texas, which I'm pretty sure is where I come from. Fool me once, shit.
How often do you think he said that warming up for a presidential address? You know?
Shit. I cannot believe I said that. Try this again. Hand up. Here we go. Fool me once, shame me, once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Bush should finish things with the words, the end, so you know that he's done. Because he tends to ramble. If you want to teach the nation a penny saved is a penny earned.
A penny saved is it's 1 cent. Or in Spanish, centavo. Which you put in your pocket for a while. Or paqueta, because it's yours and you earned it. Or you put it in the stock market, but not right now. It's the end.
Yeah, all right. My favorite thing is when he gets something right, though, because he gets that little shit-eating grin on his face. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's why the United States will lead us all to peace.
Is there a fan blowing on him? When he gets that confidence going, too, that's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna kick some ass. I'm gonna kick some ass. Put a little button on him. Kick some ass. I'm gonna kick some ass. Kick some ass, biatch. East side, west side, W side.
No, really. John Madden will tell you things at a football game. He'll say the same thing in the beginning of the sentence that he says at the end. And in the middle, it's just a bunch of junk. He'll say things like,
great football is about great football. And you got great football players playing great football. That's the best kind of football play. But you got regular players playing great football. I mean, that's just regular great football.
Madden's got that look on his face like he went to drink a Coca-Cola, but somebody switched it out with an iced tea, but nobody told him about the transfer. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Oh, this tastes like shit.
and there he was. Maybe there's some miracle growing there, and that's where the eyebrows came from.
Right now they're fuzzy little caterpillars, but someday they're going to be beautiful butterflies. Look out, my eyebrows are monarchs. I'm coming to get you, Al.
Working with Al Michaels, they should change that song at the beginning of Monday Night Football to Are You Ready for Some Frustration? Al Michaels is known for the phrase, do you believe in miracles? Yes, which he said every time Madden made sense this year, which is a record 2 times. Madden looks like an extra from Lord of the Rings. Watch that movie. See if he's in the background somewhere going,
Boom, there goes Bilbo Baggins.
oh, man. They're remaking all kinds of movies. If I was going to remake any movie on Earth, I'd remake The Wizard of Oz with Robin Williams, and that's it. So let him do the whole damn thing by himself. Why'd you pay anybody else if you have Robin Williams? So here we go, The Wizard of Oz, starring Robin Williams, written by Robin Williams, and directed by Quentin Tarantino. My favorite thing to do. Here we go.
Who dares bother the all-and-powerful Wizard of Oz?
Oh, my God, what an incredibly wonderful place. But who the hell does your decorating? Science! Whoa, Taco Bell for lunch, huh?
What are you doing here?
Well, that's a funny story. No, it's not, but I make it funny. Here we go. Kansas flashback. Help me! Listen, if you guys don't start getting this shit, John Madden's coming back to explain it, okay? Seen the actor, know how it goes. Listen, I was just out in Kansas, hamming up the pigs, making bacon, you know what I mean? Wanted to do a joke, clung around the chickens, you know, little damn peckers, you know what I'm saying? Then back to my shack, I thought to myself, oh my God, if it appeared to be the gold ding, you'd about my newspaper joke. Get one, gets funnier, literacy, it's a good thing, okay? So then the house is up in the air, it's spinning around like Barishnikov, and amphetamines, I don't care if I laugh at that joke, I did it just for me. I looked at the window, there's a little wicked witch on a Hoover vacuum cleaner going, I'll get you my pretty little dog, Toto, too. Listen, lady, I don't have little dog Toto, but if I did, I'd give him to you, because you can need a damn friend. I've seen the script, you can get mad, but you don't spell witch with a B now, do you?
En vogue, never gonna get it. Okay, so then my house landed. Oh no, I've landed on Ronald McDonald. He's wearing a pair of Marv Albert shoes. No longer looks like a good time for the great taste, if you know what I'm saying. But you should see the little people like, follow the big road, follow the big road. Like, whoa, loved in Fantasy Island, man, stick around. But Willy Wonka, part 2, Oompa Loompa, dibbity-doo, stick around, feel lasting, gobstopper. Not that funny, but fun to say. And we're dancing. When you don't have a segue, that's what you do. So it's amazing and wonderful, because I met up with a guy who's made of a straw. I said, hey, man, whoa, that's a joke right there.
So you got hay over here, and straw over here. Got hay, and hay man, straw man. That's a scarecrow. What that is a... What that is, that's a synonym. You know what a synonym is?
Yeah, I love cinnamon. It's my favorite flavor. In fact, for breakfast, I had Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Kick some ass. You know where Bush got that confidence? When we went to the Middle East. You know, he's like, we went to the Middle East, and we stopped Hussein from sodomizing it. Shit. I cannot believe I said that. Try this again. We went to the Middle East, and we stopped Hussein from Saddamizing it.
Here's a guy who's going too fast for a lot of people, and there's some people in here going,
Who the hell is John Madden? Why is this jackass drawing circles in the air? This is the stupidest shit I've seen all night. This is terrible. Buy some props. I hate mime. Mime is for idiots. Apparently, I don't even have a cigarette here. I can explain this. I have carpal tunnels. In the 60s, I was always saying peace. In the 70s, I was a hand model for the international symbol of scissors. And in the 80s, I was always doing Little Bunny Foo-Foo.
Little bunny foo-foo, hopping through the forest, picking up the field mice and boom, bopping them on the head.
Finally, this jackass is doing some intelligent comedy.
People tell me I look like a lot of people. Don't say anything yet. Some people think I look like John Goodman because I'm so tall. I was at an all-women's college, and well, who cares where it was? They thought I looked like the real-life version of Barney Rubble.
Oh, shit.
Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, if you smashed their heads together and wiped away the bloody mess. John Belushi, think I look like John Belushi? If you don't think I look like John Belushi, hold on. Sometimes people say Chris Farley. Just want to see if I'll do it. What's amazing about Chris Farley has a movie came out after he passed away. A few months later, he's in Norm Macdonald's movie. Imagine if that kept happening. Farley kept showing up in movies, be like a Tupac kind of thing. 13 years later, you go into a movie theater, like, and a movie kept so top secret, even his friends never knew it was made. This summer, the legend lives on because Chris Farley is Batman. You guys are not ready for this. I can tell you that right now. I don't care.
Oh, my freaking gourd! I'm the Cape Crusader. I lurk in the shadows. I'm a creature of the night and have a little bit of what you'd call a weight problem.
With Pauly Shore as Rom. I'm the whistle, munchy.
You're a little MTV piece of garbage. You're a bad piece of joke. I'm going to get motivational on your ass. You might think you know what you're doing. You're up there thinking you're a tough guy. Well, let me tell you this, sir. You don't know. Yeah! What?
Thank you guys very much.